Alright guys, we got a 2000 Toyota Sienna here. If you have a 2000, 2001, 2002, same body shape. If you have the same body shape, guys, right here, take a look. Same setup. If you're doing a radiator, guys, follow my steps. I'm gonna show you from beginning to end. I might pause video in between. You might not see complete things such as little minor thing, but I will explain everything. But anyway, simple job, guys. This radiator leaked out. You see that? It's a crack right there. If you see something like that around your radiator or anywhere, that component is leaking, guys. Anything to do with coolant, right? So this system takes a pink antifreeze. So that's what it was doing. It was building, trying to seal itself. And you see the splash everywhere, guys. Anyway, enough of talk. Time to get to work. I'm gonna lift this car. I'm gonna drain the antifreeze, which like I said, I'm not gonna show you everything. The drainer is all the way down there, and I will show you once I have the radiator out. It might be on either side or right in the center somewhere, but I'll show you step by step. All right, guys? So let this thing going, and let me set up everything, and we'll start this job. All right, guys, I have not drained anything yet, but I do got that little bucket right there. You see that right there? Push it down there. Anyways, we're gonna start off by removing the fans. This radiator is empty, guys, a little bit, so it doesn't have too much antifreeze. So if your radiator has antifreeze, be careful. Drain it first. Drainer is gonna have to lift it or reach out from the bottom, or you can maneuver these fans around. So my plan is to remove this radiator hose since it doesn't have much in there. I might have a little bit of spill over here, and then I'm gonna pull out this fan and that fan, and then I will have access right there to remove the drain plug. All right, guys. So I'm gonna take my needle nose right here. And I'm gonna move this way, and I'm gonna push that back. Sometimes this hose won't come out because it's stuck to it. It's been there for too long. But anyways, no pressure, no nothing. Be careful, your car is not hot, guys. Like I said, I might have a little bit of leak here, but his system is empty, so that's what I was expecting here. All right, let me stick this thing right there. All right, guys, right down below. My camera might not see it. Right over here, we have a connector stuck to this fan. Right, so we're gonna remove this little connector right here, and then we got a little connector going to the AC compressor. You could just yank it off, or it'll come right off. All right, so I'm gonna take this number 10 right here. All right, let me put it to reverse. Take off that bolt, put it somewhere safe, guys. Same thing with this bolt right here. All right, now we're gonna lift it up slowly, see if there's anything attached. If there is, be careful, guys. And this fan is probably just sitting on something down there, or it probably has a number 10. I'm gonna have to look into that. But yeah, it might have something down there, guys. So, all right, guys, that fan might have a screw down below, so I left it alone. By screw, I mean like a bolt. But let's try this one, so because it can get easy access. All right, if not, then we gotta go up. Every car is different, guys, so I'm not making a mistake here. It's just that some cars have it, some don't. So take off the number 10 of this little fuse box right here, and there's like a little retainer right here. We're gonna push that up, and we're gonna move it. You're gonna see a little retainer on this box. You look a little push thing. You push it, and it will move out of the way. Right down here, you have a connector for, oh my god, my glove is stuck, for the fan or some type of switch down there. This goes to the fan, I believe. So let's put this to the side and remove this and remove that. All right, put the bolts to the side. Let's see if we have any luck with this side of the fan, and I think we are in luck, guys. Alright, this fuse box. Let me just get this fuse box to come up instead. There you go, guys. We're in luck. Alright, put that fan to the side, guys. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to fish the bolt for this guy. If not, we're gonna go up in the air. Alright, and Let me feel it. I'm gonna just be careful. That catalytic converter right there, the manifold, is probably super duper hot. All right. So let me put my camera to one side, and then I'm gonna check. Then I'll come back. All right, guys. I'm back with the number 10 because there's a number 10 nut, just like a bolt, just like this one right here. It's about right here down below, right? And it might be a little slot where it goes, the fan slides into. So just loosen it a little bit, and let's see if it comes back up. All right, I can feel it right here. Probably super rusted. There you go. It's not going on. I think it's super duper rusted down there. So I might have to just, let me see if I can work the magic here. Let me get this out of here, then I'll show you guys. All right, guys. So there's the bolt. It's right there, and I took it out. It's rusted. And this fan should be able to come out. Just be careful, guys, with when you're putting in a new radiator. Just be careful, because you might damage something. But right now I need to look on this side, because I think that connector for the AC line, the AC compressor, is connected, like mounted onto it. So let me take a look. Yeah, it has a little clip to it right down there. So I'm gonna just take this little guy right here, and I'm gonna just pop it off the fan. Just not getting a good view because I got the camera on the way and everything, but I'll show you once I have it out so you know where to look at. This connector, this wire goes straight to the AC compressor. That's where it goes. Alright, now stuck here. We should be able to get this metal fan out of here. Look at the condition of this fan. I already told him about a new fan, but what can we do? You know, he doesn't want it. So the connector was connected right there. And that's it, we got this out. Alright guys, look at the clearance we have. So what we're gonna do is, guys, the drainer is right there, guys. So that's where the drainer is on this car. So all you're gonna do is, we're gonna twist that little guy. Let me get my light on this side so we all can see, guys. It's not a good place to put it, but anyways, let me manage the light. There you go. All right, even that's not good enough. All right, so we're gonna open this little guy. We're gonna let the antifreeze out, and then we're gonna wait good half an hour for the drain out, and after that we'll just continue. If this thing has anything. Yeah, it does have antifreeze in there. For some reason, the whole thing is open, but it's not coming out through the drain. The little hole in the bottom is coming right through the back of it, I guess. I'm gonna just leave it like that. And after that, we'll remove the two transmission lines. All right, right there. And then we got this connector. Oh, I'm sorry, this connector goes to, wow, I thought it went to AC compressor, but this connector goes to the sensor inside the radiator. And then we're gonna remove the two transmission lines on the side, and the radiator lower hose from right here, we remove it from the neck, and then we're gonna have to remove the mount here and mount there, and the radiator's out, guys. So let's give it a good half an hour for it to drain out. All right guys, we finished draining down there, so I'm gonna remove that bucket out of here, and we'll continue, and we'll remove the rest of the stuff here, the connector for the sensor there, the hoses for the radiator, and the little guy right here, that lower radiator hose. All right, so let me take care of this, and we'll come back and we'll continue. All right guys, just bear with me. So right here, oops, nothing cracked, just a little thing. I put my weight on it, don't do that. So right down there we got two transmission lines. They have two clamps on it, so you just take the clamps, push them back, and then you need to grab the hose and twist it around with this little bit so you can break the grip on it. Right, just like that. Right, or you could do it by hand, it's up to you. But anyways, let me take my camera a little bit lower so we can see better what's going on in there. Right, that looks much better right there, guys. And I do need to bring my light down also. So I'll leave my light right there, guys. That's much better. So this is the hoses right here. They're pretty much stuck to they gripped on to the little metal pipe there. These are transmission lines. The fluid from the radiator, from the transmission goes into the radiator, cools off, and then it comes back. There's a little cooler built in inside the radiator. So just break the grip, and then like always, guys, I have two little bolts. These are spare bolts. So what I like to do is pull this off. I have a rag down there to protect the floor, and stick this in, all right, just like that, and just leave it somewhere right there. And then I got another bolt right here. I'm gonna put that on this one right here. All right, let me just see if I can maneuver it around a little bit. All right, it's coming out. There it is. I have them both out. And that's the magic of the little trick. So let me wipe my hand down. I have a little bit of ATF on my hand. Alright, so we're gonna get this little guy out of here. We're gonna remove this little clamp right here. Alright. This is holding the sensor wire for the oxygen sensor. I'm gonna put a tie there because that thing is pretty much demolished. Alright, next, I'll take the radiator hose clamp. And this is probably gripped on also, so just play around with it. Or use like a needle nose. Once you break that grip loose on this guy, it should come right off. Alright, there you go. This is a metal hose in the back, metal pipe, so it's okay for me to do this, but if it's plastic, don't yank it like that, alright? But this car is always going to be metal. So there we have it, guys. Everything is loose. On this side right here, we have one connector all the way down there, guys. This is the wire that goes to this sensor inside the radiator, which is like completely rusted in. So just get that connector out of there, guys. I'm stuck here, so let me get that connector out of here, and then we're done. But not done, but most of the stuff is done by now. But need to hang my light somewhere and try to get a good angle so I can squeeze that little guy and take it off. It's not working, so let me work off the camera a little bit. Alright, guys, I got that little sensor out. It's very difficult, so I push the little connector down and use a needle nose to push it away. Good riddance. Alright, guys, so let's back things up. Bring my camera up high above. We're gonna get this radiator out of here almost. Alright, so what we need to do next is get number 12 socket. We're gonna remove the mount bolt here. So that's the radiator mount. Make sure you keep it somewhere safe. Same thing on this side. Alright, guys, there we have it. Now we can lift up the radiator. Alright. Put this back a little bit. And what I'll do is, we need to maneuver everything out together, guys, because those hoses are gonna bother us. So we just need to lift the whole thing up, and we're gonna do it together. Alright, this guy was bothering me, so I took a little metal piece right here. You could use a zip tie or something. Just get it out of the way, alright, guys? So, bam, there it is, guys. And everything is out. All right, these hoses are gonna bother you, so just bring them along. And that's it, guys. We have the radiator out, and we'll put the next one in, and I'm gonna be swapping these hoses. Just swap all three of these hoses, put the sensor in the new one, and make sure the valve is closed on the new one, and we'll drop it in there together. Alright guys, don't forget to take off the mount of the old radiator, because they're gonna go right down there, guys. Sorry, my camera flipped. So they go all the way down there in the bottom below, one on this side, one on that side. Alright guys, so let's wait for the radiator. Alright guys, I got the radiator ready to go in the car. And all I did was I put the 2 pipes for the transmission line in, and I put the lower radiator hose. Make sure this is tight. Put your sensor in, make sure the seal's there. Make sure this is tight. A lot of times you buy a radiator, they might be loose, so this is marked. I try to check it was tight. Same thing over there. Pretty good, guys. We're gonna take this and drop it into the car. Alright guys, I'm about to bring over the radiator. I'm gonna put my camera right there. It's good. And I'm gonna bring over this radiator. Make sure you hold on to the hoses. Make sure you don't damage the radiator. Don't scrape it against anything. Just let it go down slowly. We have a lot of clearance on this car, guys. Should not be a problem. Alright. And make sure it sits onto the mounts down below. Alright. Next, what we'll do is we'll take the mount. We'll put the bolts in. We'll tighten it later. If you want to tighten it now, you can. So let me take this side also. I'll put the mount in, guys. And you know what? I'll take it and I'll tighten it with my electric ratchet here. There you go. Doesn't have to be crazy tight. There you go. Double check. Alright guys, next what I'm gonna do is bring my camera over right here, guys, and I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this sensor right here. I'm gonna plug in this sensor before we forget, because if we do forget, good luck, it's gonna overheat. Make sure it clicks in just like that. Alright, so that's it. Let me take my camera up a little higher. My next step is going to be the same way we went. Alright, I'll put in the transmission lines and the radiator line next, one by one, guys. So I guess I'm going to be taking my camera a little bit down. Right there is good. Alright, I'll bring my light over and I'll put the light right here, guys. Too bright there. Right there's good. Alright, so let's take off the bolt one by one, guys. Get the hose in, the transmission line, and get the second one in, guys. Same way. Let me go get a needle nose. I have it right here. Very important. Put the clamps on. If you don't, that line is gonna burst open. It's gonna push it off. And try to get in the same spot you had it. Make sure the line is flush to the top. Alright guys, next I'll take the upper radiator, lower radiator hose that goes right here. I'll put that in. I'll take my needle nose, squeeze up that clamp, but this light is always a trouble for me. Squeeze up that clamp, try to get it in the same spot we had it, guys. There we have it. All this is tight. Make sure you lock up these little guys right here, the vacuum lines. Alright, and I'll put a small zip tie here in a little bit. Let me get it right now, guys. Zip tie goes right there. That's gonna protect the little line here, the cable for the oxygen sensor. Don't squeeze the hose. We'll cut that off in a little bit. Next, we're gonna put the fans in. Let me go get my fans and set up the camera in a different position. Here comes the fan. Alright, so the fan has a bolt down below. We're gonna put that in. Alright, and slowly, guys, don't hit the radiator. Alright, don't damage the radiator. Just go around this little guy right here. Spaghettios. Let's go down here and then we'll just take the radiator fan to the other side slowly and gently. All right, one thing I would suggest don't do, guys, don't tighten these bolts. I didn't want to do, but I didn't want to forget. I don't even put that in yet, guys. All right, all I did was remove the radiator mounts, and it gives me that little bit of extra gap right there. And there we have it, guys. The fan goes into position. And what we need to do is, I'm gonna take my bolt and I'm gonna try to hold this up. I'm not gonna tighten it because I need to wiggle it around to grab the bottom bolt. All right. So this one goes right there. All right. And let me come around. Let me get the other bolt for the upper one. All right, there we have it, guys. And now I can lock up the radiator with the mounts. So I'll take my mounts, and I'm still not gonna tighten it because you never know, guys. You need to maneuver that thing around a little bit. All right, there we have it, guys. And after that, we're gonna try to get that little bolt that belongs all the way in the bottom, but I'm gonna be blocking the view of the camera, so let me just do it off the camera. So get that little bolt that goes like right about over here, but in the bottom for the radiator. All right, so I got the bottom bolt tight. We'll tighten this one right here. All right, I'll use my electric ratchet to make things fast. But let me tighten this little, guys, the mounts for the radiator, because we're done pretty much. There you go. And then we can tighten this little guy here. Take it easy because it's plastic. There you go. Spin the fan so it doesn't hit the radiator, right? Just to make sure. While we're here, connect this little guy right here, the radiator fan. You forget the car, it will overheat. Alright, we're gonna put the other fan in next. Should be very simple. Now this fan, you have two little legs here that's gonna sit down below. So this thing just goes right in. Very simple. And you're gonna have to find those little legs to sit in the spot, and then this should align. Alright. And next, what we'll do is we'll put a bolt here and a bolt right there. And we'll tighten this little guy. Make sure your bolt is not crazy long and it comes and hits the radiator and cracks the radiator. And there you go, guys. And don't forget to connect this connector, alright? If you forget, it will overheat, alright? Alright, we're pretty much done here, guys. Let us get this fuse box in its spot. And we'll put the number 10 that belongs on this fuse box right here on this side. Hopefully you can see, guys. This is the bolt right here. There we go, guys. And on this side, last thing we got here is to put this radiator hose, guys. We'll put that in. This thing is old and plasticky, it's all cracked, and then there's nothing we can do about it. Alright, and then we can take this little guy right here. Bada bing, bada boom. We are done, guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope this video helped you. If it did, please subscribe to my channel and let me know if you have any questions. Send me a message, alright? So bye bye, and make sure you fill this up with the radiator fluid, pink antifreeze. You're gonna put it right from that radiator cap right there, right? So that's it. Bye bye. Alright, guys, to fill up the antifreeze on this car is a little difficult because of where the radiator cap is, but you could use something similar to this. This tool, this funnel, is only about like 30 bucks or so. Alright, and it works pretty good. Alright, and all I do is I take the antifreeze. We're gonna put pink antifreeze in this car, and all you do is you fill this up little by little, because you don't want to put too much weight on that plastic piping hosing there. Alright, and make sure you keep an eye, it doesn't leak if you left the drainer loose or anything. But that's it, guys. That's how I'm gonna fill this up, and I'm using this pink antifreeze here. So if you need to get something similar, that's what I'm using right there. Alright, guys. So bye bye, man. Thank you, and subscribe.